Hello, this is Blue Star, Defender of Equestria. This is my next blind reaction video. Episode 12 of Season 5. Yo! Yes, so last episode was a lot of fun. I liked it. Oh, yes, I do have to comment. It's like, it is July 4th. Yo! Yo, Stars and Stripes. Sorry to all my foreign fans, I guess. But anyway, what are the chances? But anyway, what are the chances of the next episode being on July 4th? Yo. Anyway, and also, my nephew is here, so if you hear any crying or anything, that's just what that is. So, so anyway, next episode is starting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start! Oh, man, I wish my capture program would stop doing that. Like, it's like, oh. Apparently my computer forgot how to count or something. Yes. Twilight Sparkle, reading a book, of course. But what's that?
You know the worst thing about you being the princess of friendship?
What?
The dishes.
The dishes?
Thanks for taking care of that, Spike. After 3 events in 1 week, I really needed to relax with a good book.
That's kind of funny, isn't it? All these ponies coming to you for advice about friendship.
What's funny about that?
You know, because you used to be famous for being such a bad friend.
Ouch.
What are you talking about? I had good friends in Canterlot.
Come on, Twilight. Look at the wall. Do you see any photos from before we moved to Ponyville?
Ouch.
And look at you now, the princess of friendship.
Oh dear.
This is a disaster! All my old friends. I can't remember any of their names right now. But do you really think that they think I'm a bad friend?
Oh.
Well, I only meant that you've come so far. Well, you're a great friend now, and...
Oh, I feel terrible. I've got to make it up to them.
Oh, poor Twilight.
Pack the bags, Spike. We're going to Canterlot. And make a list of my friends' names.
Me and my big...
Oh, poor Spike.
My little pony, my little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be.
How unfortunately true, Twilight.
Until you all shared its magic with
Yo.
me. Big adventure, tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness, it's an easy feat. And magic makes it all complete to have mine. Do you know you are my very best friends?
Oh. Oops, should have jumped the gun there, I guess. But anyway, so. Oh no, oh dear, this one might be difficult. Oh dear, it's like, but yeah, that was an interesting thought, you know. Of course, it's like, yeah, Twilight was a loader at the very beginning of the show. It's like she blew off her friend's birthday party so she could go and read a book. So, but yeah, I kind of identify with this. Yeah, like some people are friends with their friends from high school for like forever. But you know, I pretty much completely forgot all of my friends that were in high school and college, and oh dear. I mean, I'm not the only one who does that, but still, like, aw, poor Twilight. That's kind of rough. Aw. And everything. Aw, poor Twilight. I mean, yeah, Spike didn't mean it that way. It's like, you've come so far, Twilight. I'm sorry. But anyway, back to the episode. Back to Canterlot. Yo. Whee!
Come on, Twilight. You're getting worked up about nothing.
The only logical place to start is at the beginning.
Oh, good idea. Amending Fences by M.A. Larson. Yo-ho.
Oh, it's exactly how we left it.
Oh, dear.
Look, it's predictions and prophecies, and it's still open to the elements of harmony.
Oh, dear.
And here's that present I was going to give Moondancer. Guess you won't be needing that. Hey, look! The rest of it's still here!
How could I have let this happen?
Come on, Twilight. Princess Celestia gave you an assignment. No pony could blame you for that.
But look at the way I left this place. It's a total mess. Just like how I left my friendships.
Oh, poor Twilight.
I've got to make it up to...
Oh dear.
Oh, Minuet, Twinkle-Shine, Lemon Hearts, Lyra Heartstrings,
Ooh.
and Moondancer.
Yeah. Them.
Yeah, yeah, them. Ooh, Lyra, eh?
Spike, come on. We've got work to do.
Have you been awake all night?
I did a little research, and I think I know where we can find Minuet. That is one of my friends, right?
Oh, dear.
It's not too late to forget I opened my big mouth.
Oh, Spike, I'm glad you opened your big mouth. These ponies have probably been suffering ever since I left, wondering why their supposed friend would treat them so
Oh,
badly.
poor Twilight. Relax, it's gonna be okay.
Minuet?
Hello?
Twilight Sparkle!
Hey!
You old so-and-so! What are you doing here? Hey, Spike!
Look at these wings, huh?
Hey, grab a picture of me and the princess, will ya?
I tried to tell my coworkers we used to be friends back when, but they've never believed me.
Just take the picture. Hi.
Wait. Really fluff them up, huh?
No, not. Uh-oh.
So what are you doing here? I mean, I know you're here all the time, but you never come to see me. Hey! I just had the greatest idea! You want to go see Lemon Hearts and Twinkle-Shine?
That'd be nice.
Of course! My old friends!
It'll be great!
Yay!
Come on, let's fly! Get it?
Oh,
This
dear.
is perfect. I can apologize to all three of them at once.
Let's hope they're not as traumatized as Minuet.
Oh, poor Spike. It's like, oh, man.
She did!
This is nice.
Twinkle-Shine literally spit out her oats when she heard you were the princess of friendship.
We saw you at the coronation. That was some shindig.
You did?
Sure. Oh, we see you all the time.
You remember our old friend Lyra, right? She lives in Ponyville, too. We're always over there visiting her.
Oh.
Or she's coming over here. We've thought about asking you to join us from time to time, but we just sort of figured you'd moved on.
Oh.
Well, she sort of did.
So what brings you by anyway? All those times you've come back to Canterlot, you've never had donuts with us before. Well, you see,
Oh, dear.
I came to apologize.
For what?
Before I left Canterlot, I didn't really appreciate my friends. And that's because I didn't know how important friendship was. But I've learned so much since I moved to Ponyville.
Aw.
I learned what it means to be a good friend, and that I certainly wasn't one to the three of you. So for all the pain I
Aw,
caused you,
Twilight.
I am truly sorry.
I was expecting something like that. Oh, poor Twilight.
Oh, come on, Twilight. Sure, it might have stung a little bit when you ran off to Ponyville without saying goodbye, but it's not like we weren't used to that from you.
Ouch.
Yeah, we didn't take it personally.
But it's really good to see you now. Hey, any pony up for a blast from the past?
Okay. What's that?
It's our old science lab. I have so many great memories of this place.
Remember when Lemon Hearts got her head stuck in that beaker?
Oh, dear. That was... Cut to flashback. Oh, how did that happen?
But according to this book, you're supposed to add the sodium chloride first. I read ahead, and to make a proper salt lick, you need to add the molasses first. Well, I read ahead too, Moondancer, and I'm sure it said sodium chloride first. Oh, I've got the wrong book. That's so hilarious.
Huh? Okay.
Whatever happened to Moondancer? Moondancer? Yeah, you know, our other friend.
Oh, right. Moondancer. I remember her.
I wonder what she's up to.
Yeah, I always liked her. We just sort of lost touch after you left.
I think she went to live out by the stadium, didn't she?
Well, let's go see.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, dear. Well, that doesn't look
I
promising.
think this is the place. Didn't used to look like this, though.
I would hope not. knock. Anyone home? Ooh. Oh dear. Oops, sorry.
Moon Dancer?
What do you want? I'm trying to study.
It's us. Your old friends.
Ugh.
Yeah. Aww.
That's old Moon Dancer, all right. She always did like her books. Hey, kind of like you used to be, huh?
Exactly how I used to be.
Oh, dear. Ooh. Oh, dear. Well, this episode is certainly awkward, to say the least. I mean, it's a weird episode, to be honest. It's like, I wouldn't expect them to do this. I mean, this is literally going backwards in terms of, like, the bigger picture of the story and everything, But, an interesting, I mean, this is certainly, I think, an odd friendship lesson, but I think an interesting, but a pretty good one nonetheless, I guess. Obviously, I'm not quite certain what the lesson is, I guess. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's also literally going back into seeing Twilight's future, and again, it's like, this is another, I think Moon Dancer is going to be another character that's going to be like, what would have happened to Twilight if the events of Friendship is Magic had not happened? Oh dear. Oh, again, I mean, there's that conflict again of, should I say what I think is going to happen? And I think in that case, yeah, I think I wanted to say that, because, yeah, this is, I think that might be, in a way, what this is going to be about. It's going to be examining, well, obviously, it's examining what happened after the events of Friendship is Magic, because, yeah, we saw these characters, and then we basically just left and said, bye, not even goodbye. It's like, okay, I gotta go to Ponyville and do all this stuff, and oops, I forgot to say goodbye to my friends. Oops, sorry. I have to say, it kind of happens, to be honest, but I am kind of surprised by the fact that no one's been in that room that Twilight was in, or something, or that, you know, no one ever went and cleaned it up or something. It's like they literally just threw everything on the floor and just left. Just left everything the way that it was. That's just a little strange, and oh well, I don't know. I mean, we don't even know what that room is. I mean, is this like Twilight's private library, or is this just like a library or something, or I don't know, but well. But it's going to be interesting in a way to see, you know, in a way, Twilight's past, and looks like this is going to be might be another episode where the rest of the Main Six won't even appear in this episode. So, in a way, that'll be only, I think, the second time that may happen in the entire show. I mean, I don't think this episode's going to be a whole lot of fun, because it's kind of awkward and sort of difficult. It's like, I haven't seen you in ages, and I didn't even say goodbye to you. Oh. Oh, it's like, yeah, I mean, it's like, oh. But of course, they're sort of used to that, because Twilight kind of did that. I mean, it's like, ow. It's like, yeah, we're used to you doing that to us, Twilight. It's no big deal. Oh. Ouch. But yeah. But the good news is that, you know, Twilight has learned and everything, and she's grown, and she's learned that, oh, I'm so sorry for that. But the good news is, in a way, that she didn't really have to apologize for that. They were okay with it, and everything's cool. And oh dear, I mean, it's just, I think this is going to be an interesting episode, but I think this may fall into the difficult episode category. But we shall see, I guess. I mean, it's certainly an interesting thing that they're doing with this show right now, is that, you know, they're definitely investigating things that, in a way, the Bronies have kind of wanted to to see them go into, more into the character's character, into their past, everything, and possibly might even get to hear Lyra have some lines. I have a feeling probably not, but you never know. But yeah, this has been one of the biggest things that the Bronies have ever thought about. But I'm sure some of the Bronies have thought about. It's like, what happened to these ponies that we were introduced to in the very first episode? What happened to them? It's like, is Twilight just up and left? Well, I must admit, there is one sort of thing of that. It's like, you know, she just, you know, she thought she was going to be there for a couple days. She didn't figure she was going to move there. But even so, I mean, this is going to be an interesting episode, and I'm really hoping that this is the last commercial, because I can't think of too much else to say. Oh, no, there's one more commercial. Oh, dear. So anyway, yeah, so I'm kind of not liking this one. It's interesting, but it's difficult and everything. It's sort of there's some sort of funny moments, but definitely awkward is the word that describes this episode so far. But you know, I think in the end it'll probably be pretty cool, and we shall see. We shall see, I guess. Yes, back to the show. Yes. Oh.
Come on, Twilight. We've been watching her for 3 days. Library, house. Library, house. That's it.
No pony looks at her or says hello or even gives her a smile. It's like she doesn't even exist.
Ouch.
Was she always like this?
Well, she always was a little shy, but for a while there, she was really starting to come out of her shell. Remember when she threw that party? Oh, right. I think you might have been busy that day.
Oh, I remember that.
There you are, Twilight. Moondancer is having a little get-together in the West Castle courtyard. You want to come?
Oh, sorry, girls. I got a lot of studying to catch up on.
Oh.
Thought she might finally be letting her guard down a little with that party. We invited her out a few times after that, but she was always too busy studying. So eventually, we just stopped asking.
Aww.
I had no idea that party was so important to her. I've got to find a way to make it up to her.
Good for you, Twilight. Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh! Moondancer? Is that...
Shh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, dear.
Moondancer, can I talk to you for a
that was
minute?
close.
What is this? A bubble of silence. I haven't seen you in a while, and I thought it might be nice to catch up. For what purpose?
Ouch.
You know, 'cause we're friends.
Oh, she burst her bubble. Oh.
I'm really sorry to bother you. I was just hoping we could go outside and talk for a bit.
Oh. Hey. Aw. Oh, dear.
I'm sorry I skipped your party.
She's in my book.
Why won't you leave me alone? I'm trying to study. You've got the wrong pony. I don't have parties.
You did once, and I was so caught up in my own studying that I didn't take your feelings into account.
Look, Twilight, Twinkle,
Sparkle.
whatever. I just need to be alone so I can study without some crazy pony trying to make friends, all right?
Fine.
Wait, how did you get into my book like that?
I've been studying a new studying technique. I can only do it for a few minutes, but you'd be amazed how much you can pick up when you're actually in a book.
Oh.
It's one of Haycart's methods.
You know Haycart?
Of course, he's a genius.
I have a copy of his treatise on ponies, you know.
What is this place?
This is where I used to live. You mean I never had you over?
A first edition of Principles of Magic. Hey, didn't I give this to you?
Oops.
Maybe?
I did. Look, I even wrote something. To my friend Twilight Sparkle, thanks for introducing me to the classics. I can see by the fact that you left it here that it meant a lot to you.
Look, I didn't bring you over here for even more poignant reminders of what a bad friend I was. I brought you here to give you this. You can come here whenever you want and study to your heart's content.
Really?
But first, you've got to do something for me.
What?
Have dinner with our old friends tonight.
I can't. I'm reorganizing my biology schools.
I've been spending a lot of time with Minuet, Twinkleshine, and Lemonheart since I've been back. They really miss you.
Look, I already told you. The last thing I need is a bunch of ridiculous friend-making keeping me from studying.
Moondancer, wait! A wise pony once taught me that there's more to life than dusty old books.
I tried friendship, and it's just not for me. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Oh no. I have to do something.
What if I taught you Haykart's method?
Got her.
What are you studying these days?
Science, magic, history, economics, pottery, things like that.
Yowza! You planning on being a professor or something?
No.
So you're just studying?
Can I go now? Moondancer,
Oh,
please.
no.
It's all right, Twilight. We're having a good time. Right, every pony?
Yeah.
So, Spike, tell Moondancer that story about how Twilight had to read a book about doing the sleepover.
Slumber 101? I've read that.
Oh, really? Well, did you know Lemonheart's here works at the Canterlot Palace?
Yeah, it's true. I do the big events mostly. State dinners, that sort of thing.
Cool. Good for you. Awkward.
Oh.
Oh. I tried.
Moondancer, you've got to give friendship a chance.
Ugh. I gave friendship a chance a long time ago. It didn't work out then. It isn't gonna work out now.
Oh.
Twilight, are you all right?
No.
No, I'm not.
Oh, poor Twilight.
Well, where are you going?
I don't know, Spike. I really messed this one up. That party was everything to her. I can only imagine what it must have felt like when I didn't show up.
Hey, Moondancer! Look at this spread, huh?
Thank you so much for coming.
Of course. We wouldn't miss one of our best friends' parties.
Is Twilight coming? Oh. Okay.
Hey, we'll still have fun, right?
Sure.
Oh. My instincts tell me that didn't happen that way, but you never know.
If there was only a way to undo the damage.
Uh-oh. This is trouble.
I know what I need to do. And I know just who can help me.
Uh-oh. I said trouble. Speaking of trouble, it's like I had a power spike and like, everything shut off, so, Oh, good. Oh, good. Systems are still running. Yes! Oh my goodness, thank goodness for, oh my gosh, for backup batteries and everything, and oh my gosh, oh. Oh, this episode definitely goes into the difficult episode categories, like, because it's difficult and hard. And, oh, poor Twilight. I mean, I have a feeling that that party didn't work that. I'm sure that the party didn't work out that way. It's not like, oh, Twilight's not here. I mean, I don't think that happened that way, but you never know. Maybe it really did. Maybe it didn't. But I have a feeling we're gonna find out. I mean, the thing here is that we don't know what Moondancer's actually talking about when she says, "I tried friendship once, it didn't work out." I have a feeling she's not talking about Twilight. It's something else, maybe. But I think Twilight's gonna. Oh no, not more time travel. No, it always causes trouble when you do that. But possibly or possibly not, but we'll see. It's like, but she know, who is she gonna go to help? Who is she gonna ask her to help her? Interesting thoughts. Oh dear, there's that conflict again of should I say who I think it is or should I not? I don't know. Oh, let me think one pony at the moment that could be, but I'm not certain. I don't know. It's like depends on what Twilight intends to do. I mean, parts of me, my first thoughts were time travel. She's gonna try to go back in time and fix it, but I don't think she's gonna do that. I don't think so. But oh no, it's the promo again. Fortunately, it's the same promo all the time. So, who else could it be? Who else could help her? I don't know. Possibly one of the other main six, maybe. I don't know. We'll find. I guess we're gonna find out. Oh dear. So yeah, ultimately, I'm not really liking this episode so far. It's kind of interesting, but it's kind of hard at all. I think Twilight's being so hard on herself. Oh, it's gonna be okay, Princess Twilight. Knock, knock. Hello? Anyone home?
Huh. Guess they must have gone back to Ponyville. Huh?
Ah, Pinkie Pie! Incoming! Oh no! Ooh. Ow.
That was awesome! We gotta go flying more often, Twilight.
There you are! I got you threw in the old towel and headed home.
Oh no.
I did head home, but not to throw in the towel. I went to get my secret weapon. Minuet, meet...
Hey, Pinkie Pie! Hi, Minuet! Twilight, you didn't say Minuet would be here.
You two know each other?
Oh, sure. She was one of Cadence's bridesmaids. We
Oh,
hang
yeah.
out all the time when she's in Ponyville. Didn't you know that? Huh? And you call yourself the Princess of Friendship.
Ouch.
Twilight briefed me on the way here. We'll need 15 bags of confetti and as many hoops as we can get.
Let's go! We can pass by the donut place on the way.
Huh? What?
And what are we gonna do? Just come with me.
I think I know what they're gonna do. Excellent strategy, excellent strategy.
Ooh, a brief history of the wagon harness.
Hey, wait a minute.
The life and times of Marari the Maneless.
Oh dear. You know, I think there might be something up with all these rare books laying around. Oh.
What is this?
It's a party for you.
Yep.
Come on in.
Thanks, but no thanks. I don't do parties.
Oh.
I know, and I think it's my fault. Back when we were in school together, you invited me to a party. I was so focused on my studies that I didn't show up.
Big deal.
It was a big deal. And now that I realize how important friendship is, I'd like to make up for my mistake with a new party. A party in honor of my friend Moon Dancer. Please, you've got to let me make this up to you.
And you think this is gonna do it, huh?
Yes?
Well, sure. Why wouldn't it? That was only the first time I ever put myself out there, and then you didn't even bother to show up. Then you left town without saying goodbye, even though we were supposed to be friends. I was humiliated. I felt like I wasn't important. I never wanted to let myself be hurt like that again.
Ooh.
Those three finally convinced me that I had value.
Ouch.
That other ponies might like me and want to be my friend. And you didn't show up! Ah!
Wow, that was hard.
You're right. This party can't make up for the way I hurt you. But please, don't let my mistake be the reason you can't be friends with any pony else.
We were your friends then, and we'd be honored to be your friends now.
Oh. Yeah.
What? That's the librarian, the bookseller, my sister.
You've got a lot of friends, Moon Dancer.
I'm sorry, Moon Dancer. I've faced magical creatures, the end of Equestria, all sorts of things. But seeing how my actions affected you, that was one of the worst feelings I've ever had.
Thank you, Twilight. I never realized how much I needed to hear that.
Oh. Come on, you can do it. Yeah. Oh. Oh, that's just so touching. Yeah.
Now, come on, every pony, let's party!
Ah!
Right?
Uh-oh, she's got a cannon. Everybody polka! Oh, of course.
I think it's time for us to go, Moon Dancer.
Thank you for helping me make some new friends, even if they are my old friends.
Oh, we'll come back and visit soon.
That would be great. You still gotta teach me that hay cart technique.
Deal.
Okay.
Moondancer, it got kind of banged up, but here's a little something I wanted to give you back at your first party.
Okay. That was unusual, but that was cool. And as always, thank you to you hardworking people for working so hard on the show. Yo! Yipes. Oh dear, oh dear. Wow. So that was Amending Fences, and boy was it hard. Ouch. Ooh, ow. That was definitely harsh and heavy, and ooh. So, but incredibly relevant and everything, because yeah, it's like, oh dear, like, yeah, Moondancer at the dinner, I was like, I definitely know how that feels. It's like I have nothing in common with these ponies. I was like, I'm bored. Can I go home now? Oh. I'd be like ironically, I just been in contact with one of my recent friends. We've been discussing My Little Pony all the time, but you know, none of my other family members even don't really care, and I haven't told a lot of my other family members and everything. So it's like, you know, and then the things they care about, I don't really care about. So I'm like, can I go home now? Oh, I think this is definitely, I think, the hardest episode of MLP for me, because I understand. It's like, I've been Moondancer. In some ways, I'm still Moondancer. Oh dear, and everything, and yeah. Oh. The power is fluctuating. Quick, switch to auxiliary power and keep it on. Oh no! Could this be a sign? It's like, I don't know. Oh no. I'm gonna maybe interpret that maybe this is I should just to back off a little bit, I guess. Okay, so anyway, yeah, but this is a very relevant episode. It's a very difficult, hard episode. It's a hard episode. It's a maintenance episode. It's a backstory episode. It's a lot of things. I mean, yeah, it kind of stalls the bigger picture, if you will, but it is still a very good and relevant episode at the same time. Because, yeah, Twilight is the princess of friendship, and she wasn't very nice to her friends. And, you know, and it is also kind of, you know, important to show that, you know, your actions can hurt other people, even when you don't intend to hurt them. I mean, like, Twilight didn't intend for that to happen. If she knew that was going to happen, she definitely would have gone to the party and everything. But then again, that would have put the events of Friendship is Magic in jeopardy, perhaps, I guess. But anyway, I don't know. That was difficult. So in the end, I'm going to assume that, you know, that the way that Twilight saw the party, you know, happening, where it's like, oh, okay, Twilight's not here. I'm going to assume that is actually true and everything. And I almost like the way that it's coming down from, like, the sky. It's almost like, that's kind of cool. There's some interesting ways you could interpret that. But yeah, but this episode was definitely very hard and difficult. This is definitely not an episode I would go back and watch for fun, because it's definitely hard, because it's dealing with a difficult, hard thing. I mean, she has to go back and basically, you know, as the title says, amend and fix those bridges and everything, and that's difficult and that's hard. Because yeah, I mean, that was such a great line by Twilight. You know, I faced monsters, I faced the end of Equestria, but in a way, this has been the hardest thing for me to do. It's sort of, in a way, what Twilight's saying. I think that wasn't the exact line. I think the line was that, you know, but, you know, seeing how my actions hurt you has been the thing that's hurt me the most, or something. It's like, oh. And of course, it's like, yo, that's just You know, I mean, it's in a way an all too common thing to just simply, you know, walk away from your friends and forget that they're your friends and everything, and it's difficult. It's just simply difficult. I mean, I think it definitely accomplished what it was trying to do, because in a way the first party was just, you know, the classic MLP way of doing it. We'll throw a big party and everything will be cool. That's not enough in this case. That's not going to fix it, because that's not the problem. The problem was is that Twilight in a way abandoned her friend when she needed her. So she had to say, I'm sorry for that, and you know, just because I wasn't a good friend to you now before doesn't mean I can't be a good friend to you now and everything. And that's cool. It's, you know, it's always step in the right direction and everything. It's like, even though Moon Dancer hasn't really made new friends, she's just rekindled the friendship she had with all her old friends and everything. But that's cool. And wow, I mean, this is, I think, the episode that's definitely affected me the most, because again, I understand, and I'm gonna not go down that road before the lights flicker off and on off again. Oh no! But yeah, so wow. It's this is one of those episodes. It's good and bad at the same time. It's not an episode that I enjoy, but it's an episode that I think we all need to see at some point. And I think there's probably a few things I might be able to take away from this episode on a personal level as well. So I think I'm going to end this here, because I don't know what more else to say on this episode. Now I'll probably go on for another 5 minutes on something. It's always the way that works. But yeah, it's like, I think overall the episode was it was a good episode in that it accomplished everything that it set out to do. And I think it did it fairly well, because it didn't just blow off the problem with a party. Twilight had to go to her and, you know, genuinely say, I'm sorry, I want to make this right again and everything. And that was really the only way to fix a problem like this. That's the only way to amend that fence and everything. And I'm glad that everything did work out, yo-ho, and everything's cool. So, yeah. So I think you know, this was, again, I like and dislike this episode at the same time. I like what it's trying to do, but I don't enjoy watching it while and everything. But it definitely set out everything that it definitely accomplished everything that it was trying to do. So it was definitely a really good episode. It might have actually been a major break for M.A. Larson. It must have been. I don't really follow the styles and the things of all the writers that, like, some analysts do, but I think this might be a break from him, but for the kind of episode that he does and everything. So, but anyway, I think, yeah, so I'm definitely going to end this now before I ramble on this anymore, because I'm definitely touched in a way that I frankly wasn't expecting to be honest. So this was, I think I'm going to say this was a very good episode. It's a very difficult episode, but it's definitely very good for what it's trying to do, and it accomplished it very well. So, yo-ho, way to go, M.A. Larson, yo! So, as always, and thank you for watching this video, and as always, thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing, and until next time, this is Blue Star. Stay strong, and pony on. Blue Star out.